My name is Crystal Willis. I'm a senior publicist for JL Media PR, and on behalf of Cleo TV, I'll serve as your moderator for today's virtual event. Without further delay, I would like to introduce to you award-winning celebrity chef, entrepreneur, and cookbook author, Chef Jernard Wells. As host of Cleo TV's one-of-a-kind cooking show, New Soul Kitchen, Chef Jernard has been teasing our taste buds all season on Saturdays at 9 p.m. Joining him every week are one of 4 culinary influencers who specialize in soulful and savory recipes from around the globe, including Ghanaian chef Essie Bartels, vegan chef Aki, queen of comfort foods chef Risha, and Afro-Cuban chef Bren Herrera. Get ready for even more fun this season as Chef Jernard kicks off the new year, New Soul Kitchen, New Soul Kitchen remix, premiering on January 9th. He's been featured on Today's Show, People, Steve Harvey Morning Show, Ricky Smiley Show, and so much more. Here to kick things off and tell us what he'll be whipping up is Chef Jernard Wells.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Chef.
Okay, great. Happy holidays. Thank you everyone for joining in. Crystal, thank you. It's always great hearing about yourself. So I think you did a great job of reading that bio off. But yeah, this is the time of year where we're always looking for those festive dishes, and I know it's a unique time because of course we are in a pandemic and a lot of people are still staying in place, and sheltering in place, and not really going as much as they used to. So I've created several quick fix dishes that you can whip up for yourself or for that special someone in your life. Or if you're having a small gathering, you can create something like this and it'll meet the need for everyone. And not that time consuming or inexpensive. And one of the things we're going to start off with is a Thai chili and gochujang meatball, actually a turkey meatball. And we'll get into that because if I have some vegans or vegetarians on here that don't do turkey, we can talk about some cool, innovative ways on how to hook those meatballs up meatless, more so to say. And then we're going to do a vanilla and caramel bread pudding. That's out of sight, and it's something that you can even make. We're going to make those in some cool little loaf pans here, and this is something you could do versus doing it on a big scale. But then, hey, if you're looking to take those worries away, I got some amazing cocktails that's designed just for the holiday. We're going to do an apple cider Moscow mule, and we're also going to do a cranberry maple tequila drink that's similar to the cranberry sunrise, except this one right here, you'll be the MVP. So we got some cool things laid out for you. So I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll.
Amazing.
And
Thank you
so
so much, Chef. That bread pudding sounds amazing.
yeah, hey, look, it is. And this is the thing. So you know what? While we're going, I know some of you guys have already sent over questions and things like that, but I'm gonna kick this thing off. Let's start cooking off top. And then from there, if you have questions, feel free, Crystal, just chime in, let me know what the people thinking. But just to start off, first thing what we got here, if you guys can see this, we got a pound of ground turkey. Pound of ground turkey, we have a fourth of a cup of breadcrumbs, some green onions, because I believe in giving your meatballs some nice clarity. And we got 2 of my favorite seasonings right here. This is Chef Jernard's line, a Southern barbecue rub and an all-purpose seasoning that are low in sodium. Then we have a fourth of a cup of sweet Thai chili sauce and gochujang. And if you guys hadn't heard of gochujang, it's one of those tongue twisters, but it's a Korean chili sauce. One of the things over the course of the years, I did a lot of studying overseas and in different countries. And one of the cuisines that I studied is Asian cuisine, Filipino cuisine, Costa Rican cuisine, German, Great Britain. But I really just love the Asian inspired cuisine to the point I even launched the Asian restaurant here in Atlanta. So I believe in giving them that flair. But what we're going to start off doing first is we're going to lightly slice our green onions. And green onions, they really just open up flavor that you can smell them in the air, especially when you're using them this way, and then heat hits them inside of whatever you're cooking. It really brings out the flavor naturally, as well as, onions are heart healthy. And that's one of the things for New Soul Kitchen. I always like to share little bits and tips to just really help you along the way while you're cooking. Typically what people think of is, hey, there's one way, one right or one wrong. There's no right or wrong way of cooking great food. The key is cooking the way you love it, because it's about bringing people into your world. And so what I do is, as I call it, Southern modified style of cooking, is modifying yesterday's recipes for today's healthier lifestyle. Like when I was growing up, my mother, especially around the holidays, because we would have people coming over, she would always make these she would do them Swedish style meatballs. But what she would use is she would use a combination of ground pork and ground beef. But of course, as I got older and I started wanting to change what I ate and how I ate, ground turkey worked amazing. And also it really brought out those flavors, brings out the flavor in it, because you got the ground turkey and it's a lot leaner as well. So what we're gonna do, if you see, I added my green onions to it. We're gonna add roughly about a tablespoon of the all-purpose seasoning. And then we're gonna add the Southern barbecue, a tablespoon of that. And the reason why I add the Southern barbecue is because I really, I'm a Southern boy still, so I really love those essence of the smoky flavors coming together. Now for your binder, we got breadcrumbs here. And breadcrumbs are always good, and you can use an egg as well, but I prefer to always use breadcrumbs as my binder. And now let's talk about vegan style meatballs. If you want to do this in a vegan way, what you would do is you would use the same combination of ingredients, except instead of ground turkey, you would take mushrooms, you would dice them up, and then you would blend the mushrooms with chickpeas. And it gives you that same flavor as if you were eating a traditional meatball. Because mushrooms, the thing is with mushrooms, when you add seasoning and different spices to it, mushrooms are almost like sponges where they take hold of whatever it is that you're cooking. Now, what we're going to do is I like rolling these into some nice, cool, as you can see here, 1-inch meatballs. And the reason why we're going to roll them into 1-inch meatballs is because several things you can do with these. You can eat them straight like this, or I'm going to show you how you can just make them into some cool sliders. So depending on what you want, but what you want to do is you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 325. So it's nice and hot in the bottom of your pan, because you have to remember, whenever you're cooking with like ground turkey, ground chicken, or anything like that, that it's lean. Lean meaning that it's less fat in it. So you want to always add a little olive oil or avocado oil to the bottom of your pan, so that you don't have to worry about the meatballs sticking as much. And you just have fun doing this. And I don't know about y'all. Yeah, y'all will get the recipe. I see that popping up there, Chris. Y'all gonna get this recipe. And then when you get this recipe, you make sure you cook it this holiday and you post a picture of it and you tag me in it.